Hello happy souls, welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte with Happy Twins 1111. Okay, beautiful friends, welcome to all of my new subscribers. Welcome to all of my old school subscribers that have been with me from the beginning. You guys are so amazing. Thank you for all the love and support you show me. I appreciate it so much. And I'm sending you all an extra dose of love and light. Oh, so much going on in this crazy world right now. I know that everyone is feeling it. So big love and light to all of you. Okay, so we've got to pick up a card reading for you today. I'm not doing personal readings at the moment, so there is an extended reading again. A lot of people are saying they just feel like personal readings, which is marvellous. I'm happy to help you that way. So we've got 3 piles, and they are the Spellcasters Tarot with Amethyst, the Alice in Wonderland Tarot with Hexagon Quartz, and the Forest of Enchantment Tarot with citrine. So lots of enchanted decks for you to choose from today. Pause the video if you want, douse over it, look at the timestamps, see which crystal or deck you're drawn to. There's no right or wrong way. If you're drawn to more than one pile, then maybe you need to watch more than one pile because there could be more than one message for you there. Make sure you make a note in the comments of which pile you've watched because all the readings are timeless. So whatever pile's right for you today, great. But it could be that, in a few weeks or months, you come back to watch another and then you know which one you've watched already. So let's get this show on the road. I'm going to move pile 2 and pile 3 out of the way. Okay, pile 1, the Spellcasters Tarot. And whilst I'm shuffling pile 1, there are just a few spaces left for my webinars. They are Twin Flame Telepathy and Astral Communication, how it works, how to do it. They're only £11.11. It's a one-off class. You can find information on my website, happysouls1111.com. And the second one is how to trust your own truth and your inner guidance. And there are just a few spots left on each. They start the week after next, I believe. So looking forward to doing those with you. And my other classes, which are 5-week courses, if you're at home and you've not got a lot to do, we've also got just a few spaces left on those as well. Those ones always sell out. So if you did fancy doing that, now's the time to book it. I'm doing mediumship for beginners, how to connect with your spirit guides, twin flame energy healing, how to heal your own connection and others. I'm also doing spirit release therapy and tarot and oracle card reading. So check them out. Right, let's do this pile 1. What is your person thinking and feeling about you? We have Justice, the Knight of Wands, the Two of Pentacles. I just realised how scaly my hands are. How awful that you have to see them like this. I'm so sorry. Two of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and the Five of Pentacles. Got the Four of Cups, the Sun in reverse, the Ten of Swords, Death, and the Ace of Cups. So straight off the bat, we've got Libra, Scorpio energy, also some Aries in there. We're going to get some oracle cards as well. This is the Magickal Herb Oracle. We've got guidance and freedom. And from the Fairy Forest Oracle, you see we're going really enchanted today. From the Fairy Forest Oracle, we've got the Green Witch and Shapeshifter. And finally, from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck by Carl Gray, we have got Animal Guardian, Trader, Summer, and Eagle. So how does your person feel about you? What are they thinking about you right now? Let me just check that these are all in shot. Yes, they are. Okay. Just tuning into the energies. This person, I mean, they certainly feel very passionate for you. There's a tremendous amount of passion here, but this person is in a lot of pain, and they're definitely going through some horrendous change and transformation. Looking at the Ten of Swords here, this person, you know, as is the traditional image of the Ten of Swords being stabbed in the back, but you've also got these wolves here in this image, and just, you know, that phrase is that being thrown to the wolves. You know, this is clarifying the Two of Pentacles, and so this person's really working hard to try and bring things back into balance after a period of tremendous upheaval. They've been spending a lot of time alone, trying to bring themselves back into balance, also fighting for something. This could be someone that's fighting for justice regards their children, some other kind of legal or court case. But this person really is going through a very difficult time. With the Knight of Wands here, they're engaging in a lot of very distracting behaviours. This could be drinking heavily, you know, to take their mind off just how low they feel. So this person's very detached right now, I feel, from what's happening between you. It feels like there was an ending between you because this person couldn't give you what you need, with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, clarified by death. With this ending here, it felt like they were going through such a dramatic episode with some kind of court case or legal case or some injustice that they were trying to resolve, and it just kind of, you know, that their mental health spiraled throughout these changes, and they've been unreliable. They've certainly been unyielding, and this has culminated in, you know, you getting annoyed that they just weren't reciprocating in equal measure, that they weren't giving equally to this relationship, and so it came to an end. And they're feeling very rejected, and they really do feel like love is lost. Like, you know, they don't know that this is going to be okay again. This person definitely feels like they've lost everything, is how it feels. This person's gone through a period of just intense despair and of feeling cheated. And this was just kind of the icing on the cake for them. They're feeling like, you know, they wanted freedom and they thought they couldn't cope with the relationship, but now they have this freedom. Now they're separated from you. Now they're isolated from you. They're really missing you, and they feel terribly lonely. They're recognizing how loyal you were, how patient you were. They're definitely seeing things from a higher perspective since it's over. This has allowed them to be more objective. You know, they're looking at where they went wrong. They're seeing what they didn't do that they should have done. They're recognizing how shallow their choices were. Above all else, they miss your guidance. I feel like this person has never been comfortable with emotional intimacy, but they felt like they could talk to you. You've been, you know, a real, I don't want to say counselor, but a confidant, you know, someone that this person could come and speak to, someone that could, they didn't feel judged by you. They knew that you had their best interest at heart. You know, they found it easy to just be themselves, and they miss that. They're realizing now how rare that is. They're looking around them and recognizing that there hasn't been anything nearly as authentic or real. So there's a lot of regret here. These people fighting this injustice, this can also be the card of karma. You know, it could be that they're still going through some karmic resolutions, which are, you know, really challenging, things they have to bring back into balance, and lessons that need to be learned. But this person has withdrawn from you, and you need to understand that it just wasn't personal. They were in such a difficult space that they couldn't see what they had with you. They couldn't see how beautiful and valuable the connection was. And so they were in this player energy of just partying, drinking, just being out, just being unreliable, you know, engaging in distracting behaviours, not being reciprocal and not treating you with respect or keeping in touch. It feels like this person was very flighty. that you never knew if you were going to hear from them or not. They could have come in and disappear again. Spirit is saying, though, that, they needed this rejection. They needed you to say this is enough, and you needed that because you're really learning about boundaries, and you really thought that you would never get to this space with this person. You really thought you loved them unconditionally, and you've tried really hard to just give and to not let their lack of reciprocal behaviours bother you. You've tried to rise above it and tell yourself that you don't need or want that's conditional love. And I feel like you've learned that's a really fine line to walk, and that you have to love yourself first. So it feels like there's regret for the viewer here as well. And Spirit's just reminding you that this is, we've got this Green Witch card as well, the fresh new spring. This is going to allow room for new growth. It's going to allow room for both of you to transform and to reconnect with your instincts and to be yourselves. Because, both of you were really, this person was being very avoidant, and you were kind of anxiously attaching and trying to please them, and just kind of, moving with the relationship and being responsive and reactive to what was happening, rather than making any demands or initiating any conversations that would make this real or concrete between you. And this gave, your person the perfect opportunity to just do as they wished and do as they wish they did. But they're regretting that so much now. They really recognise how loyal you were above all else. And I'm drawn as well to how many dogs are in this reading. And, in both cards, these people aren't looking at them. But, the dog is there serving them. This person's trying to figure out what to do next now. They know there needs to be an exchange of energy. They know that they can't come in and speak to you again unless they've understood where they've gone wrong, unless they've found a way to kind of explain this to you in a way that doesn't make them look like an arsehole, is what's coming through. They just want to make it clear that they understand how they treated you was wrong, but they also need to be able to do that from a place of intention of treating you differently. And there is this fear of not knowing if they can actually do that, not knowing if they're ready to do that. There's a feeling of vulnerability and trepidation, but they're thinking about it a lot. I feel like this person, is really thinking a lot about this. I feel like as well, we've had the dogs come up. We've got animal guardian down here for a lot of you. Nature and animals, or perhaps you both have animals that, as pets that you're really into. And this was where you found some common ground, but this keeps coming up a lot. Being asked to trust your instincts, and so are they. It feels like a lot is being illuminated. We've got this summer and bask in joy and light, and there's work happening behind the scenes that you may not be aware of. This person, they're thinking about how to come forward. They're feeling like they want to resolve this, but they're not sure if there's any love left there. They feel like, things ended on such a bad note between you that they honestly cannot imagine that you would take them back. So there is an air of kind of woeful acceptance about this, that they're, so they're only kind of half-heartedly thinking about, how to make this exchange, how to come back and readdress the balance with you. But they're still going through that healing process as well. This person's definitely been through some dramatic and painful change. As I said, for many, it could be a court case. For some of them, it's just a karmic partner, the end of a relationship, or some other stressful situation, some injustice that's happened to them that they've been working through. But this person just hasn't been honest with you. They've not, you probably would have no clue either how they feel about you, because they keep their emotions so tightly contained. You know, this is someone that prefers to use logic and reason, that, you know, I feel like they would outright just avoid or ignore a question if they didn't want to answer it. You know, they've just got no shame in keeping quiet and not expressing themselves, not saying what they really think. So there's not a lot of emotion here. You know, this person keeps the emotions very deeply buried, for sure. I've got the Devil in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles. This person just feels like they're no good for you. They really do. There's more dogs in this one. They just feel like they're no good for you. It's almost like they think about how to come forward, they think about what to say, they think about how to make this right, and then they defeat themselves before they begin. You know, they have this dream of this happy ever after with this Ten of Pentacles, with this, and I'm feeling for a lot of you, you may have even talked about this, not in terms of doing it together, but you both have the same dreams and aspirations about how you want to live. And for many of you, this is coming through as like this country living type of environment. You know, a small holding or farm somewhere in the great outdoors, working outdoors, a kind of more natural, mindful lifestyle. But this person almost gives up putting thought time and effort into it, because they're just, as I say, they defeat themselves before they begin. It must have ended really badly between you, because they simply cannot see that there is that, you know, that there is any hope here. And they allow themselves to fantasize and daydream about it, but they don't really believe that there is hope, even though their instincts tell them this isn't over. You know, they don't believe that there is hope. So if you've not been in communication with your person, or if you've ended things on a really sour note and this is you and you want to make it okay, you know, it might be worth dropping them a message or something and just checking in, because they have learned their lessons. You know, this person really has process this, that this was a tremendous shock, and I'm hearing that they're not gonna run away again. They don't want to hurt you again. You know, they don't want to cause problems again. They have still got healing work to do. You know, this person is not going to be coming back to you happy and whole. And they're certainly not in any fit state to take action towards you at the moment. Yeah, they still don't know how to be honest with you. They still don't know how to shine a light on the truth. They're still reeling and scared. This person's not comfortable discussing their emotions, and they're certainly not comfortable at facing their own wrongdoing. You know, this is someone that finds it really difficult to eat humble pie. So I'm going to take this over to the extended, guys. If you'd like to join me there, it's just $3.33 to rent the video, the extended video. I'm going to carry on. We're going to take a deeper look into this person's feelings and get some guidance for you as well. So hopefully I'll see you there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more. And you can also find me on Instagram at happysouls1111 or through my website at happysouls1111.com. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello, part 2. Okay. Alice in Wonderland Tarot, the hexagon quartz. How is your person thinking of feeling about you? And don't forget, guys, that my webinars are coming up very soon. Next week, I believe. They're selling out fast. I am doing one-off classes. They're £11.11 each, which will teach you all about twin flame, astral communication and telepathy, how it works and how to do it. And then there's another one about trusting your own higher guidance, how to listen to your own intuition. So they're almost sold out. There's also some other classes on my website, happysouls1111.com, which are 5-week-long courses rather than the one-off hour ones. You can find it all over there. Hopefully I'll see you there. Okay, part 2. How's your person thinking and feeling about you? Let's have a look-see. One more riffle shuffle. How is your person thinking and feeling? 10 of Cups, 5 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Emperor in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the 3 of Swords in reverse, the Empress in reverse, the 3 of Cups in reverse, the 4 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands. This is the Magickal Herb Oracle. We've got change, protection, and attraction. And from the Fairy Forest Oracle, we've got Fairy Godmother and Elven Touch. And from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle by Carl Gray, we have got, wow, that came up in the same spot for Part 1, the Animal Guardian, Fire Guardian, Wise One, and Father Sky. How does this person feel about you? What are they thinking? I feel like both of you are very highly evolved divine beings. That's to say, both of you have done a tremendous amount of spiritual work. This person has gone through a dramatic change thanks to you. They've grown. They've just come into a new way of being. But it feels like progress has kind of ground to a halt. And with the 10 of Cups here clarified by the 3 of Swords in reverse, it feels like there's some kind of old family trauma that's occurring for your person right now, that's occurring for you. There's some kind of detachment. One or the other has been inhibited from communicating because of these changes. And it definitely feels like a familial change. You know, this is something, there's been a tremendous amount of conflict here. And it's caused, both the divine counterparts show up here as the Emperor and the Empress, both being in reverse in distorted energies. And it just feels like, something has occurred to interrupt this beautiful flow where there was just so much growth and so much expansion. Felt like there was so much forward progress. And then something's happened in the background. Some kind of family situation has kicked off and been brought to the fore for healing. And it's just created conflict both between you and in your familial circumstances. But this person is really attracted to you. There's a lot of passion. I mean, we've got attraction here. We've got ignite your passions with the Fire Guardian. It just feels like this person, there is intense chemistry between you, as well as a great deal of intellectual compatibility. Feels like you two can just talk and talk for hours. And this person, I feel like even though you're kind of not in full communication, they're constantly trying to take some kind of action to kind of tempt you out into social situations. They've been fairly communicative, not recognizing the seriousness of what's going on around each of you, and kind of being a little bit of an arse in terms of the way they're really avoiding having those serious conversations. They so desperately feel the need to just be in touch with you, to be in communication with you in some capacity. There's definitely some kind of divine protection around you at the moment as well. And it feels like they're also protecting their heart. There's a padlock here. It feels like a lot of their truth is still under lock and key, and it's hidden even from them. It feels like they don't know how to to access those deeper parts of themselves that still need to be healed yet, or that still create these problems. This person, I think, can be somewhat insensitive at times, but it's genuinely not deliberate. They're just, it's kind of like Aries energy, you know, sort of kind of charging in, gung-ho, you know, that kind of energy. But it just feels like that they feel out of control. They feel very kind of lost at the moment with all of these changes, these upheavals that have happened to you that have caused you to be detached. And I feel like you've fallen out of alignment somewhat as a result of these things happening. And of course, the knock-on impact on your connection is that they normally relied on you as that stable, grounded base that kept the relationship moving forward in a happy, healthy way. And now that you've lost your own footing, you're realizing that they're actually not very supportive. They're actually a bit useless. You're beginning to recognize the codependence that exists between you, and you want them to take responsibility for themselves. It feels like you've got enough of your own responsibilities and burdens to be dealing with. So it does feel like you've kind of pushed this person away, and they're kind of still buzzing around, constantly blowing up your phone. Let's do this, let's do that. Do you want to get together? You know, but nothing tangible. It's just kind of flighty, fleeting. You know, they might even make plans with you and then just forget they said it and not show up or not call you or not follow up. Should we do this sometime soon? Okay, you know, I'll get back to you with a date, and then they don't see it through. It just feels like you're kind of thinking, yeah, whatever. You know, you take it all with a pinch of salt. You take it all in your stride. You've got bigger fish to fry right now. And again, you know, whatever this change is, it's got revelation, discovery, and epiphany. And this is a number 5 also, which is the number of change and transition. And I really feel like, you know, it's not just changed what's happening in your whole life circumstances. It's changed how you feel about this person. You're suddenly seeing how irresponsible they are. You're seeing how needy they are. You're seeing, you know, how you always had to take control and how out of control they are. And you know, you're just focusing on your own recovery and comeback right now. You're not interested in trying to prop them up, is how this feels. You're growing within this current situation. You're trusting. I mean, this is a beautiful lineup for you down here from the Angels and Ancestors deck. You've got trust your instincts, ignite your passions, grow within your current situation, and trust in the unknown. And I really feel like, you know, you're tapped into not just this higher level of awareness and intuition and wisdom, but you're also feeling somewhat disconnected from your societal and familial groups. You just feel different. And for the first time ever, you're feeling different to this person. You're recognizing that they're vibrating so much lower than you. You're recognizing how much they've still got to learn. And that's not as attractive to you anymore. And I think you pulling back this way has made you way more attractive to them, which all of a sudden they just don't understand why you don't seem quite as keen or as interested. You know, never mind the fact that this should be obvious because of what you're going through with your family. It's almost like they're completely disconnected from that kind of reality. Their life is so different. It just hasn't even occurred to them that what you're going through is difficult. So I do feel that there's resentment there from you. You know, you're thinking, who is this person? I do so much and they're completely unaware of my own struggles, and it seems like they don't care about me or they don't want to support me. It's a very kind of frustrated and tired energy. But this person does care. They feel absolutely bereft without you. It really does feel, though, like this person has a very thick skin. Like they're just not recognizing how infuriating their own behaviors are. And I do think this is a maturity thing. I think this is just a case that this person hasn't grown. You know, they've not developed that level of maturity to... and I'm even hearing you argue, but, you know people... It's a daughter for some of you, that you've got family members or friends that are younger than this person that have a greater level of maturity. And, you know, you can't help feeling a bit frustrated that, you know, they're not offering you anything from a mature place at all. They don't have that capacity. Even though they can be very sweet, they're mostly quite self-absorbed. I feel like as well, this person's just scared of you finding out who they really are. I feel like they turned your world upside down, but they said a lot of things that aren't true. You know, they weren't intending to play games or to be sneaky, but that's kind of how it worked out, because they were trying to look like the big man. Yeah, for them, you were like their first love. You know, this is like that kind of really intense, crush, loving energy that they really feel. And, you know, they didn't appreciate it before. You know, it might have felt like they were keeping their options open, even though they didn't communicate that to you. That was just how you felt, you know, that perhaps they were never truly yours. And, you know, I think that actually was the case at the time. But now that they don't have you, this person's just, you know, the Sun and the High Priestess in reverse, they're just childish, to be honest. That they still don't understand the gravity of your kind of removal. And it feels like, as I said, that you two will have a very deep spiritual connection. And spiritually speaking, I think this person's quite able. Like, they can have spiritual conversations. They're intrigued, they're interested. They may have meditated with you. They may have practiced different psychic stuff with you. It's not so much that they're not taking on board the spiritual nature of this. They may even have a really excited, kind of curious approach to this, but they just don't get it. They're not integrating it at an emotional level, and they're not taking responsibility for it, or treating you with responsibility. You know, they don't know how to be in a mature relationship. And it feels like now that you've been challenged to kind of deal with all of these dramas that are kicking off, you know, you've just kind of said, oh, I don't need another child in my life. Yeah, look, the Two of Cups in reverse. You've just said no. No to coupling with this person that, you know, isn't contributing anything. And I feel like even though you feel really nurturing and a lot of love for this person, right now you're just, your tank is not full enough to support them as well. It's grating on you. It's making you feel colder than you did before. So the real epiphany here has been, you know, how your feelings have changed. You know, how you've recognised that actually they do need some time to grow. They need some time to kind of grow up and move on and figure things out with their life. They're not able to offer me something tangible, what I need and want at the moment, even if they do want to. And at the moment, I don't think they even know what they want. But speaking of that, we're going to take this over to the extended. We're going to have a deeper look at what they want, what they're feeling, what they're thinking. Let's go a bit deeper with that. You can find the link for the extended reading in the description box below, and also near the timestamps in the comments. It's only $3.33. Hopefully I'll see you there. If not, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sending you lots of love, and always hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. It does help my channel to grow. And if you want to see more of this content, hit subscribe. Make sure you choose all notifications by tapping the bell button. That'll make sure that you get a little push notification every time I post. I will see you next time. Lots of love, pile 2. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Okay, let's take a look. It's starting to get dark here, but the light's just holding out for us. How is your person thinking and feeling about you? And whilst I'm shuffling today, just to remind you, my webinars are almost sold out. That's a one-off class. It's £11.11. And we are looking at twin flame communication, astrally and telepathically. How does it work? How to do it. We're also looking at how to connect with your own inner guidance, how to listen to your own intuition, which I think is got to be the most useful one that applies to everyone. But you can buy them both on my website, happysouls1111.com, and all my other classes start in a couple of weeks too. We're doing mediumship for beginners, how to connect with your spirit guides, tarot and oracle card reading, spirit release therapy, and twin flame energy healing, how to look at your own twin flame connection, how to see what stage you're at and how to heal it. So you can find all of that on my website. But let's get this reading on the road. I'm not doing personal readings at the moment, so there is an extended reading for this one today. So if this resonates with you, you can go ahead and find a link for that in the description box below. Oh, some of these cards were turned over. I saw them. Where have they gone? Okay. We'll see if we see them. We can fish them out. There's one. Okay. Right. So how's your person thinking and feeling? We have got the Ace of Challenges, which is swords. We've got the Two of Spells in reverse, which is the Two of Wands. We've got the Four of Boons. And Boons is Pentacles. The Five of Visions, which is Cups. And the Hermit in reverse. And clarifying, we've got the Keeper of Challenges, who is the King of Swords. We've got the Seeker of Spells, which is the Page of Wands. We've got Strength in reverse. The Forge in reverse, which is... oh God, I can't remember what that is. Temperance. And we've got the Seven of Spells in reverse, which is Wands. Very confusing symbols. They're not immediately obvious, but... oh, okay. Part 2. How's your person thinking and feeling? We're going to get some oracle cards for you as well. This is the Magickal Herb Oracle. All of the decks I use are listed in the description box below. We've got communication. We've got purification. And we've got endurance. And from the Fairy Forest Oracle, we've got the Green Witch and the Ancient. And from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, we've got Shaman, Star Ancestor, Hunter, Traveller, and I meant to only get 4, but one's come out, so we're going to keep it, Warrior. So, how is your person thinking and feeling about you? Pile 3. This person thinks about you a lot. And this person knows. I feel like you have a very deep telepathic bond with this person. That comes through very strong. They know the truth. They feel it in their bones. They feel it through every cell and atom of their being. They know. There's a real feeling of truth and knowing here. So strong. The truth and knowing. But it feels like, even though there's communication between, I'm thinking here with this quill and this ink that it's probably, written communication. We've got the Page of Wands here and the Two of Wands in reverse, and this person can't come forward. They're not able to make that decision. There's something they're not able to let go of. It feels work-oriented as well. Some kind of family business. This actually came up in the extended for part 2, but I feel this person's mature. Part 2 felt like a younger person. But this situation, it feels like they're tangled up in something, and there's a cultural issue here. There's something in there within their family. It could be religion. It could be, a competitive aspect. There's something here that keeps them from you that's external to the two of you. Because this person feels you in their bones. They know that there's this deep connection between you. And actually, I feel like you coexist quite nicely in the 5D. But they have not got the strength to leave this very testing situation that they're in. And the Five of Cups here is such an interesting card, because we see this princess. This is the princess in the P when she goes to... so the princess and the frog. And she goes to fetch her ball from the pond and meets the frog. But this card traditionally is associated with regret and disappointment. But it feels like they're trying to resolve that. Things are so out of balance right now. Frogs are also a symbol of creation and fertility. You know, this is about finding a new way forward, finding a way out of this, looking for a solution, looking for the rebirth. And we've got this fresh new spring with the green witch here. A lot of green actually in this whole reading, which is of course the colour of the heart chakra. And it does feel like there is true, genuine love here. This person knows it's you. There is no doubt. With that Ace of Swords and the King of Swords, there is no doubt whatsoever that they know the truth of this. You know, they know it in their heart. They're mature in it as well. They are disconnected emotionally. That's how they keep going. That's how they keep... Because I definitely think this person's under highly fluid circumstances with intense pressure, both in work and family. And it takes a certain amount of, well, just huge strength of character to be able to exist against all of your own wishes out of obligation and a sense of responsibility. And it does feel that's what this person does. You know, they're high integrity, but of course they're not loving themselves. So their heart, even though they feel it is closed off. This is how they cope. This is how they get through each day, by not allowing their feelings. And we've got that Hermit in reverse, clarified as well by the Seven of Cups in reverse, which, you know, confirms that they don't see it as an option to go within and get connected to their feelings, to the, you know, get connected too deeply to this truth, because right now they can't have it. They can't have it. They just have to carry on. And it's probably the same for you. You know, there are extenuating circumstances that keep you two apart. It's not just as easy as leaving another partner, or, you know, the big changes would have to occur. And his situation feels particularly intense and very high pressured. So, you know, this is about endurance. I feel like you two have missed each other for a very, very long time. But we've got this trust in higher forces and follow the voice of your soul. This person knows. They know. And look, track down your fears and desires. You know, I feel like they've come back to you after a long distance apart. Perhaps you were childhood sweethearts, or, you know, you had a fling in your youth. And this was the one that got away, the person you never quite forgot. They were just always in your heart space, and they felt the same. You know, and I feel like you found each other again, and yet you're so trapped. You know, this person cares very deeply, but they, you know, if they appear cold or aloof, and this King of Swords energy, which is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, you know, Aquarius energy as well. If this person is an Aquarius, it's very selfless. You know, it's really into acts of service and taking responsibility, taking care of others. And this person does take that very seriously about their life, but they appear cold because if they start to warm up, they're frightened that, you know, they won't be able to go back. You know, once that emotion, once all of that creative, passionate energy starts to move in them, it's going to be so hard for them to face their reality. You know, they're trying to be stoic. It's really lovely energy, actually. It's a sad energy. I feel sad for them because this person, you know, doesn't make decisions for their own joy or happiness. And yet they show such strength and humility and endurance. You know, they're very pure of heart, this person. I just don't want anyone to get hurt. They don't want to disappoint anyone or shame anyone. So they want to move in this new direction. This is what keeps them going. And look, we've got this Warrior card, which wanted to come out as the extra card. Be fearless and stand strong. You know, they want to fight for you. But what difficult circumstances this person is in. We've got Three of Cups. And the Weaver of Boons, which is Pentacles. That's the Queen of Pentacles. So, you know, they wish they could just enjoy life, and they just see you as this wife. You know, the Queen of Pentacles for me is that committed relationship, that happy, nurturing homemaker. You know, this is someone creative who, you know, just loves taking care of others and taking care of life around them. Someone that nurtures, you know, all of nature. It's a really beautiful energy. They so much wish they could just be with you and enjoy your company. I feel like you two, you have history. You know how content you are in one another's company. And I feel like this is what they miss about you the most. They just feel so nostalgic about how just, lovely and peaceful your time together was a lot of the time. That perfect simpatico. They really, really, really miss that. And I guess at that time they really thought that they'd find that again. They didn't realise that kind of connection is rare. And they want it back. They really want it back. The 10 of Cups in reverse. And the 6 of Cups in reverse. I mean, that's just so sad. They just can't face any of these truths at an emotional level. It definitely hurts them to be apart from you. You need to know this person isn't cold. They're not avoiding you for any other reason that they can't give you any love. Once they warm up to love, they won't be able to let you go. And they don't see coming towards you as an option because of their circumstances. This person really does feel hopelessly trapped and like it's just, wishful thinking, like they could never really have this with you. And so they just keep it as a fantasy and a dream state. And, we've got the Knight of Swords. They will take action at some point. As I said, they've got that warrior energy. They want to fight for it. They dream about it. They think about it. Right now it feels impossible and hopeless, but it doesn't stop them wanting it. It doesn't stop them imagining all the ways in which they can make it happen. They could be this knight in shining armour for you and, just choose what they wanted. And look, you've got the Keeper of Spells there. That's the King of Cups. There's so much love there for you. I beg your pardon, there's the King of Wands, the King of Fire, the King of Spirit, but he's not ready to embody that passion and that light. He will only allow this in the 5D. You must feel this person very strongly in the 5D. Look at that, 9 of Swords. It's such a sad energy. This is someone that's so lonely. Look at them. They're in their cave. They're in the dark. It's a really sad energy. So this person, you just need to know. You were meant to watch this reading today, so you just understand they do care. Because I really feel like they're so disconnected from you. Like you two might talk in writing sometimes, but that could have been a really long time ago. Because, when they open that can of worms, it's like opening the Pandora's box. It just takes them to this place of despair because they end up feeling more trapped. So they're in this zone of resistance. Try and move on without it. Try and keep it as this fantasy. And their fantasies run away with them. But yeah, they can't do this with you right now. I do feel for this person. Right, we're going to look deeper at this in the extended reading. Take a longer, deeper look at their feelings. Perhaps just get some clarity as well on what's coming for you in this person, because it feels like very frustrating for you as well. So thanks for tuning in, Path 3. Hopefully I'll see you extended. If not, please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you would like to see more of my content, and I will see you next time. Lots of love and thanks. Bye bye.